Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am Cat 3 Santa. What is Cat 3 Santa? Well, he's somebody that owns a sleigh that costs $15,000 and isn't afraid to crash it just to get a free pair of socks every once in a while. So today I'm going to talk about a Christmas wish list. And the point of this video is to share with your significant others, or if you're a significant other looking for a cyclist in your life, this is a great video to help you understand maybe what you should buy and maybe what you shouldn't buy. In general, I'm going to point out some things that maybe your cyclist in your life doesn't want to actually spend the money on, or maybe maybe has things that they prioritize over this. And therefore, this is going to be a great gift to give them because it's not expected, it's above and beyond what they might normally think of, and it's not just your everyday really crappy jersey that you're going to give them. It doesn't really fit right anyway, and probably has like Cookie Monster on it or something. Nobody wants that. Okay, so let's talk about some really cool gift ideas for the cyclist in your life. Now, these are all not gender-specific cycling gifts. So if you have a male or female in your life that you want to shop for, all of these gifts will work for them. I'm going to try to do this relatively in price order, so we'll start with the stocking stuffers first, and then we'll move on to the bigger gifts. Nothing crazy on this list, like no new bikes, no new wheels. You really shouldn't be buying that stuff for your significant other because they probably know exactly what they want. Just, you know, just tell them that they can have the money to buy the new bike. That's what they all want anyway. All right, so let's start off with a couple stocking stuffers. What are some really good gifts to get for the cyclist in your life that you just want to stick in the stocking? Well, let's take a look here. Okay, this is silly. Yes, I understand that. Bottles, whatever. If you haven't already seen my short video on why certain bottles are better than others, watch it and then get some of these Elite Fly bottles. They're amazing. And if you want to be a great partner, fill it up with some Skratch packets, or maybe some SIS gels, or maybe some of both. Put that in the stocking, and the cyclist in your life is going to be thrilled. This is not one of those presents that's going to get you, ooh, ah, it's just going to get you, thanks. Okay, next up, socks. Okay, so I know I'm shilling my sponsors here because I know I have Skratch Labs as a sponsor and I've got Swiftwick as a sponsor, but I will tell you that there's a reason I have them as sponsors. They make great product. Swiftwick white socks are great for the racing cyclist. These are the ones that are going to be, if you show up to the line wearing these, you're going to look ultra pro. Not terribly expensive, about 15 bucks. You can get them in multi-packs. And then the smart wool socks, the merino wool socks, they're actually really lightweight socks, but they're incredibly warm. So for this time of year, they're great for most cyclists. Mid-calf height, that's the standard. Okay, the next one I don't actually have here in person, but I do have a couple of these throughout the house, and I strongly recommend them, is this Anker charging station. Now, why is it that a charging station is important for cyclists? We have so many things nowadays that run on batteries. We have ETAP batteries or Shimano batteries. We have power meters. We have cycling computers. We have lights. All of those things need to be charged, and frankly, most of them need to be charged at the same time. So if you're sharing one outlet, it kind of gets annoying. These types of devices are safe to use. Anker is a reputable brand. I don't necessarily trust a lot of the other ones out there because I know that they have a tendency to, explode. So Anker makes some really nice ones. I use them throughout the house, and I charge my bike stuff with them all the time. Fantastic devices for that. Okay, next up, this is definitely not a stocking stuffer, and you got to be careful with this one, but new tires. Okay, why do I say you have to be careful with this one? Tires are almost a religious choice for cyclists. Some people love Conti GP 5000, some people hate them. I'm in that camp that doesn't really like them. Some people like the Italian cotton tires, some people hate them. Some people like Pirellis, some people hate them. Well, you can see I love them. I think they're fantastic. But cyclists always need tires. And frankly, if you get them a set of these, and if you already know what's on their bike and you know what they like, go get a pair. If you don't know, if you're not sure, skip this one, okay? Nobody wants to get tires that they don't want to ride on. So, and a bad set of tires can be actually kind of dangerous. So get a good set of tires. If you know what they like, these aren't going to be cheap, but every cyclist wants another set of tires. Okay, another one that I don't have here in hand, but I strongly recommend as a gift, and this is going to be the ultimate in bling gifts. You may look at this and think, okay, he's insane for recommending this, but honest to goodness, the cyclist in your life is going to absolutely drool over this and fawn over this. This is the Better Bolts kit. Now, Better Bolts, if you're not aware of who they are, they make titanium bolts that actually are warranted and are actually really good bolts and surprisingly affordable. And I know, you're going to hear the price tag and you're going to say, what? That's not affordable at all. But hear me out. Super high quality, super lightweight. You will actually drop several grams off of your partner's bike by getting them this Better Bolts kit. Now, they've run sales and so on, and honestly, they're really good at also helping you figure out what you need. So this is a situation where if you're not sure what kit to buy for your significant other's bike, you can reach out to them and say, hey, this is the bike I have. Here's a bunch of pictures. They'll literally tell you exactly what parts you need, and they're very good at it. In general, the kits run for a full bike roughly about $150. Now, I'm saying roughly because it depends on the bike. It depends on what kit you have on that bike. They could be significantly lower in the $100 range. They could be significantly higher in the $200 range. But generally speaking, $120 to $150 is where you're going to be at. And I know this seems very, very bling, very Gucci. That's cool. That's what cyclists like. So if you've got a cyclist that really takes pride in their bike and really loves it and likes to get the most out of it, consider this Better Bolts kit. You will not go wrong. They will love you for this. Okay, next up on the list, another one that I don't have here in stock, but I plan on actually getting one of these very soon, and that is the Tons racking system. Now, Tons makes, tons of products for cycling. Most of them are wood-based, and they have connection kits that allow you to do things like make a training table for your bike trainer. In this particular case, this is a win-win gift because you're likely getting something for the cyclist in your life that will make the space that they use look much more cool. And let's face it, we all win when the space looks better. Instead of having a bunch of clutter, you can organize helmet, shoes, glasses, computers, and all that stuff right in one space. And if you're clever using the Anker power distribution system from before, you can route some cables up this too. That'll make everything look very neatly done and very professionally done. They offer a bunch of different products, a ton of different products, if you will, that are aimed at the lifestyle conscious cyclist that wants to have a nice, clean look around their space. This particular one, though, I think is fantastic. I've actually tried to 3D print some of my own things to kind of make this work, and frankly, they do it better than I ever could. So, in my opinion, well worth the about $135 for this setup. Is it a little pricey? Yes, but at the end of the day, it makes the space look fantastic, and they're very well done. So consider this as well. This is another one of those gifts that most cyclists probably wouldn't just rush out and buy for themselves, but they would be very grateful if you bought it for them. Okay, and my final gift idea, and this is for the cyclist that already has everything anyway, but rides all the time. That is a good action camera. Now, if they already have an action camera, maybe it's getting old, maybe it's getting a little long in the tooth, consider a new action camera. There's a lot of new features that are on some of these newer action cameras, like longer run times, better battery, interchangeable batteries. Some of them have dash cam mode, and it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If they're trying to upload videos to YouTube, then a higher quality 4K action camera is going to be your best. This is the GoPro Hero 12 Black. They also have the DJI Osmo Action 5. Those are great. If you want to go for like race footage, some of the Insta360 cameras are really becoming quite popular nowadays. And if you're looking for something more like dash cam, then you're looking at something like the Fly 12. So you have all sorts of different options out there. If you're looking for a safety perspective, any of them will do because you can put them on your bike and you can ride, and if you see anything stupid that happens or you get in an accident, God forbid, then you've got it captured on your camera. But just take into consideration what type of recording they're doing. If they just want to record epic rides, then a good 4K action camera is going to do great. If they want to do epic rides and races, and a good 4K camera and or those 360 cameras are awesome. And then again, if they're really just looking from a safety perspective, then consider that Fly 12. Okay, so I hope that really helps you pick out some items for the cyclist in your life. We all know that you want to avoid getting them regular clothing because frankly, cycling clothing is a very, very difficult thing, and it's kind of one of the first things that people go to for purchasing for their significant others. Avoid that stuff. Take a pick from anything on this list, and I guarantee you the cyclist in your life will be thankful. Again, some of them are very entry-level gifts, and you may get a, ooh, thanks, but others on this list are incredibly cool gifts, and I know that they may seem silly to those of you that aren't cyclists, but I promise you, if you get them for the cyclist in your life, they're going to be thrilled. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Share this video with the non-cyclist in your life that you would like to say, hey, get me some of those things. And hopefully that will help everybody have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, and any other holiday that you may be celebrating. So thanks again for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video.